Allen along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. Here we go. And so off the tip, it's Albuquerque. Pass to Chalmers. That's tipped. Daniels with it. He's picked up by O'Neal. Drives to the hoop. Now Ayton. On the wing, Irving. Three-pointer. Sinks the triple.
Julius Irving.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
Now, here's Grant. Back to O'Neal. Over Ayton. Some solid defense from Ayton. Here's Irving. Driving in.
And I'll tell you what, few forwards have ever had that lightning first step of Dr. J. He just takes away the angles of the defense. And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Mobo. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on them now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg just keeps swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of hope.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Here he goes. And Chalmers slams it in.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. To the inside. And the dunk by O'Neal.
O'Neal is a force of nature. Once he gets it that low, it is a foregone conclusion.
Now here's Ayton. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Three-pointer, Daniels connects from three-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Chalmers looking around. Here's Mobo. Off target from outside.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Oh, yeah, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. Pass to Mobo. That three off the mark. And so Grant will bring it up for Albuquerque. Trailing by 4. Shaq with the screen. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Stolen by O'Neal. Here's Chalmers. And Chalmers slams it in.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Here's Chalmers. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Julius Irving.
Wow, that is a strong move there to go in for the dunk.
And he knocks down the first one.
2 shots.
And so Chalmers nails both of them.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting.
Pass to Mobo. And he dunks it down.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny. Now, here's Chalmers. 6 points for him. Now, here's Grant. O'Neal at the elbow. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Baseline try. Albuquerque again can't hit it.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Driving to the basket. Mobo gets the basket. Mobo's got 6.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Off the inbound. Oh, my, what a slam right at the buzzer. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Up by 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Yeah, well, the best way to get in the head of your opponent is through aggressive defense.
Chalmers outside. Offensive rebound. Leonard on the wing. This one for 3. 4 on the clock. Takes a 3. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Away team ball.
On the wing, Daniels. 7 points in the game. The kick out to Irving. James slams it in.
And you love the quick ups, but then how about that explosiveness on the finish? Irving, man, he just has incredible gifts.
And the foul on Dyson Daniel. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Anunoby outside. Screened by Grant. Anunoby, no good. Loads of expectations come with going #1 overall, Stan. We all know that. Just ask DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, Kevin, I think he's become one of the more underrated players in this league. He was the top pick in 2018. People will always measure him against that standard. But look, he's averaged a double-double every season in the league. It's not easy to be that consistent. That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Here's O'Neal. And it's Daniels with the rebound. And a wide open look for Irving. And he's good on the 3-ball.
3 points.
Irving's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
2 on the run, and Shaq with the slam.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Over 7 feet, big, quick, great hands. Shaq is a one-of-one type of player.
Stolen by Grant. Anunoby outside. And they're pushing it up. Jumps up. And it's blocked. Outside Leonard. Over Koulibaly. Albuquerque again can't hit it.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Albuquerque trails by 9.
2 minutes remaining.
Brent, right side.
2 minutes.
It's deflected. Here's Daniels, and he jams it with authority.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
Leonard. Kawhi taking no chances.
And Leonard makes it look easy. Incredible at getting inside and just finishing with physicality.
And on the way from Irving for 3, here's Koulibaly. Stolen by Chalmers. On the wing, Anunoby. Back to Chalmers. Oh, good on the triple. 1:11 left in the first half of the game. Daniels from outside.
Albuquerque.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
At the line.
It's his first trip to the line.
Mario Chalmers.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Albuquerque. It's a 10-point game. Inside. Ellison with the rebound.
Albuquerque foul.
Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And this is his second trip to the line tonight. .46 seconds left to play here in the half. There's the 3. Good on the three-point shot. Chalmers has got 5 points now this quarter.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Pass to Reddish. There's the pick. Into the lane. Just time on the clock. Bangs home the trifecta. Itaje's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside. Well, not really much you can do to stop him there. You want your players to go hard at the bucket like that.
Here's Kamara. Good, it's Chalmers with the assist that time. Kamara's got his first bucket in this one. And that concludes the first half.
26.
They're up by 11. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. 2 points, that one goes.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Pass to Alexander. Over Chalmers. And again, it's Albuquerque. Now Chalmers. He's got 7. And he uses the glass on the lane. Chalmers has got 4 points this quarter.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Got a piece of it. Outside, Covington. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
There's the drive. Kept alive. Pass to Ellison. Takes it out to Covington. Shot clock at 6. They set the pick. They grab their own miss. Chalmers outside. Here's Kamare. Drains it from beyond the arc. Kamare's got 5 now.
Well, that's basically a warm-up three for him. The defense can't allow him that caliber of attempt.
Pass to Reddish. And the foul on Cam Reddish. That's his first foul.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Chalmers with it. Now guarded by Dunn. Now here's Chalmers. 9 points in the game so far. Reddish with the ball. To the wing right side. Here's Dunn. Here's Vitadze. And Dunn with the slam.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Alexander. And here's the fast break. Here's Kamare. Buries it from 3-point range. 8 points for him.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
2 minutes.
A floater. It's tipped.
It'll be a
And
tip.
as it goes out of bounds, Albuquerque able to keep the ball here. Some changes for Albuquerque. 1:56 left in the third quarter. Just 5 to shoot. All by himself. All alone. And finished off by Shepard.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Count it. Leonard's got his second basket of the game.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of him.
People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
Shaq with the screen. O'Neal on the wing. Shepard with the ball. Leonard picks him up. Chalmers outside. Out to the wing. Here's Kamare. 8 points for him. 29 seconds left in the third. Screen by O'Neal. And the wide open shot from Chalmers. The kick out to Anunoby. Poked loose. And here is Chalmers. 9 points in the game so far. Now Shepard. The buzzer beater
with the score.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
The visiting team.
Well, it's good to have a player on the floor with that kind of awareness. He recognized the situation.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And it's Chalmers with the ball. He'll bring it up for Albuquerque. To the middle. Here's O'Neal. Some solid defense from 8. Irving from long range. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
In the corner, it's Koulibaly. Pass to Mobo. Here's Ayton. The three. Hits it from three-point range. Ayton's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Chalmers with it. Guarded now by Irving. Down low. Here's O'Neal. Some solid defense from Ayton. Here's Koulibaly. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Outside Leonard. Back to Shaq. Screened by Grant.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Tries to save it. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. 5 on the clock. Pass to Anunoby. Shoots from 14.
I'll tell you what, Ayton is a very good defender. Moves his feet well and has the length to alter shots.
And on the way from Irving for three. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding it.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And Irving throws it down.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. The three from Chalmers. Knocks down the three ball.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Pass to Daniels. And that one's good, Ayton.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
2 minutes
Yeah,
remaining
they've
in the
looked
game.
really
2
in
minutes.
sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting them.
Here's O'Neal. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers.
It's a tall challenge trying to contain Shaq, especially when he's operating close to the basket.
Three-pointer, Daniels. And Shaq pulls it down. Here's Anunoby. And it's Ayton with the rebound. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Daniels from outside. With that miss, he is now 4 for 7 from the field. And so here's Albuquerque. Grant on the wing. Anunoby, no good. Right side, Irving. Fires the three. They get the rebound. Lets it go with the three. And Shaq pulls it down. 56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Grant. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Here's Mobo.
Totally unselfish play there from Ayton. Sends the ball to someone with a wide open look.
O'Neal. The second chance effort. That one off the back iron and out. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Mobo. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Albuquerque again can't hit it. And the foul called on OG Anunoby.
OG Anunoby.
That's his first foul.
First personal foul.
Yeah, clearly
First
a
team
foul
foul.
of frustration right there.
9 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Irving for three. That one misses. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg, an enemy. get some NBA action going. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. And so off the tip, it's Albuquerque. Here's Grant, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad. Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Shaq's shot is off. To the middle. And stolen by Leonard. It's intercepted. One-on-one fast break. Here's Koulibaly. Buries it from three-point range.
He's very smart about spotting up in transition, and no one rotated over to contest that one.
And the NBA is truly an international league. I mean, look no further than DeAndre Ayton, hailing from the Bahamas.
Well, you love that him and Buddy Hield carrying the torch for their home country. Ayton is actually the second first overall pick from the Bahamas, the first one.
Oh,
goodness. One of the most ferocious dunkers we've ever seen. Shaq capable of bringing down the entire basket.
And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And the home team has possession. It's a three-point game. Irving for three. O'Neal with the rebound. And so it's Chalmers with it. He'll bring it up for Albuquerque. Leonard with no one around. Back to Anunoby. Here's O'Neal. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
It's a tall challenge trying to contain Shaq, especially when he's operating close to the basket.
Daniels with it, and a wide open look for Irving. Trains the three-pointer.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Grant. Here's O'Neal. And it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of midair. Three-pointer, Daniels. O'Neal with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
No good from Grant. And now Daniels pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
And it's Grant in the corner. Here's O'Neal. They get it back. Kicks it out to Grant. There's the pick. Albuquerque again can't hit it.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Mobo. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
The three from Chalmers. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. One-on-one here. From past the arc. Irving can't get it to go. Albuquerque trails by 7. Right side O'Neal. Outside Leonard. Over Daniels. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
And that's usually a solid strategy. Get the ball into Leonard's capable large hands and let him go to work.
Mobo can't hit.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
And they're pushing it up. Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Does it feel good as a big man like Ayton to throw it down? You bet it does.
No good from Grant.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Daniel from outside. And there's the call on DeAndre. That'll be his second foul of the game.
An occasional over-the-back call is fine with him. That's just how he plays and how he attacks the glass.
Yeah, he'd like to have that one back. I think there was an angle to get to that ball, but a bit reckless on that play.
For Albuquerque, they've gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot? Well, sending Shaq to the line here is, on paper, the smart foul. But O'Neal might just make them regret it.
Shaq can't get it to go. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Irving looking for an opening. Stolen by Grant. From deep three-point land. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Pass to Daniel. To the inside. Mulba. The kick out to Irving. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Leading by 9. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
Brent Coulibaly got a lot of minutes last season, and it's paid off.
Well, Kevin, I think this guy is hungry. I think he's hungry to prove that he can be an elite wing player in the league. His work ethic is top-notch, and this guy, if he goes at it defensively, can be on those all-defensive teams by the time his career is done.
The numbers will back it up, Brent, but when you watch OG Anunoby, it's easy to see why he is an elite defender.
Yeah, Kevin, he's been slept on by a lot of casual fans around the NBA, but trust me, diving deeper into the numbers, OG's defense is elite. He's got that strength, he's got the wingspan, he's got great instincts, and he is daunting for any would-be scorer that wants to put points on the board.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Brett.
Team foul. Substitution.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Here's Chalmers. Pass to Ellison. Here's the screen. And that one is stuffed right through.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
A three from Leonard. They get the rebound, and they turn it over. Stepped in the line that time. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. And here's Chalmers from the arc. Rebound by Albuquerque.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot, just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Here's Shepard. Launches it. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one goes on Anunoby. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Albuquerque trails by 17. Now here's Chalmers. Still yet to score. And here's the fast break. Chalmers leading the way. Kamare misses. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Leonard. Albuquerque again can't hit it.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Ellison. The tip in on the offensive rebound. Ellison's got 7 points.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish. Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
Here's Kamare. Banked in off the glass. Kamare's got his first basket.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Outside Covington. The three. Good on the three-point shot. Covington's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, if you look up 3 and D in the dictionary, you might see a photo of Robert Covington. He's bringing that spacing to his offense.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Albuquerque shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. The free throw drops for Chalmers. Brent, Kawhi Leonard seems to be at his best. He is his most incredible when it matters the most.
Yeah, I think we sometimes tend to forget about how dominant Kawhi was in the performances at the biggest moments during the NBA Finals with his MVP awards, and it's mostly due to the fact that injuries have taken him away from those moments, but it's all in there. He is capable of dominating a game on both sides of the floor, Kevin, and I hope that there's another opportunity for us as fans to see him have one more crack at that, if not a couple more, before his career is over.
To the paint, and it's blocked. And so out of bounds it goes. They'll keep possession.
In for Albuquerque, number 4, Courtney Alexander.
Chalmers outside. Takes the 3. The putback. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Delivering the blowout. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Outside Irving. And that one ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Albuquerque on D. Shot clock at 5. Daniels. The teardrop falls in. Daniels has got 6 points.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Pass to Alexander. Here's Bitadze. Nothing on the board. From 18 feet away. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Well, this team did something at halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
And on the way from Irving for three. Hits it from three-point range. He's got 8.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
And as it goes out of bounds, Albuquerque able to keep the ball here. And so here's Albuquerque. Pass to Bitadze. Done outside. Here's Bitadze. Clock at 4. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Right side, Irving. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Dunn misses.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Sort of reminding me of a little Ben Wallace action here from his years with the Pistons. He's been that much of a force rebounding the ball.
And the basket by Jackson.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Irving for 3. That one doesn't drop.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Pass to Mobo. Back to Daniels. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Over to the left wing. Dunn, wide open, he fires. And they'll get another chance. Here's Bitadze. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Labali. Rebounded by Jackson. Done outside. Outside Jackson. Over Irving. Can't cash in from the high post. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. Pass to Mobo. Poke loose. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession. So both teams changing it up here. A 3 off the inbound. And the basket by Kamare. Kamare's got 8 points.
And he got a good look at the hands of Covington.
And the wide open shot from Chalmers. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Chalmers. Here's Ellison, defended by Shat. Shoots the 3. And it's Mario Chalmers with the 3. He's got 5. And here's Leonard. Over Chalmers. Leonard, no luck. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Delivering the blowout. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Now Chalmers. Pass to Grant. Anunoby outside. Now Grant. Just 5 to shoot. Now here's Covington. Driving the lane. And he dunks it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Pass to Covington. No one near Shepard as he lets it go. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
And here's Chalmers from the arc. Drops in the tray.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Shepard with the ball. He's picked up by Anunoby. Pass to Kamare. Beyond the arc. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Nifty move. He takes it up and lays it in.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
Back to Chalmers. Over Chalmers. The offensive rebound. Here's Grant. Can they get it? And the layup by Anunoby.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
It's blocked by Shaq.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length.
There's a screen by Covington. And it's Shepard missing. And Albuquerque with the possession. O'Neal drives in.
And how about the movement of Shaq on the bounce? It's unreal for someone of his stature.
At the line for Albuquerque, Shaquille O'Neal.
And the second free throw, good. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Irving for 3. Pass to Mobo. Daniels with it. Clock at 6. Ayton a screen. Jacks up a 3. This one for 3. Outside Irving. Puts up a deep 3. Rebound by Albuquerque. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Irving. And then Irving slams it in.
And guys, in the open court, that's where Dr. J has you holding your breath. He is a human highlight reel.
And that one's good. Daniels.
Zero defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide open 3.
Chalmers outside. Here's Shaq. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
The strength of O'Neal is otherworldly.
Anunoby sends it back. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anunoby. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And that one's good. Irving. And it's Chalmers with the ball. He'll bring it up for Albuquerque. Down low. And finished off by O'Neal.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Driving to the basket. Grant outside. 6 to shoot. And again, it's Albuquerque. 23 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Irving. Out to the right wing. Lets the three fly. Rebound by Mario Chalmers. Here's Leonard. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. And the outcome of this one. Presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline.
Here we go.
Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in him.
And there's the foul. It's on Koulibaly. That is his first foul of the game.
Team foul. Into the lineup for your home team, number 7.
Pass to Fareed. And the rejection by Jackson. And they're moving it up. Here's Koulibaly. Outside for Jackson. And it's Bender, top of the key. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Right for three. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Pass to Koulibaly. The three. Good on the three-point shot.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Here's Banchero. No good again that time.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last three, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Right with it. Now Wright defending. Pass to Bender. 5 on the clock. Puts up a three. Knocks down the three ball. Bender's got 5 points so far.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And here is Wright. Following Kenneth Fareed's three. And Wembanyama outside. Back to Fareed. Whitmore with it. Fires from deep. Drills the three-pointer.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Out to the right wing. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. There's a good screen. Out to the right wing. And stolen by Wright. And now the fast break. Banchero with the ball. Fast break. Here they come. Pass to Fareed. On the wing, Jackson.
2 minutes remaining.
And the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's Whitmore. And a miss there on the triple.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue this.
And Wembanyama throws it down.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
Pass to Koulibaly. Outside Jackson. And here is Wright. Jackson with the screen. To the middle. 4 on the clock. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
Now here's Wright. He has yet to score. Wembanyama, a screen. Over Jackson. And Wembanyama gets it to go.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
And here's Bender. He has 5. They set the pick. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Here's Banchero. And he hits it to tie the game up.
And this is something Banchero continues to hone, wanting to become a dangerous threat from deep.
A baseline J. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so the first quarter comes to a close. Both teams scoring well, but it's all tied up. And we'll get the second. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Al Bender. And Bender throws it down.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Here's Banchero. Banked in off the glass. Banchero's got 5 now.
And great work inside. This is where Banchero feasts.
Bender with a wide open look. Drains the three-pointer.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
First team foul.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Screen by Fareed. Jacks up a 3. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Fareed with it. Now guarded by Fareed. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
It is so hard to contain Fareed when he's wreaking havoc with his activity. You cannot put a cage around the man.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Now here's Wright. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Whitmore. And it's off from three-point range. To the paint. Here's Fareed. Good defense by Wembanyama.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And for his position, Banchero, great vision and willingness to make the extra pass.
From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly.
Pass to Whitmore. From deep three-point land. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. Jackson down low. Fareed looking for an opening. Here's Bender. 13 points in the game. Just 4 to shoot. Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
And the ball goes out of bounds. It's touched by Fareed.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Wembanyama, left side. Fires the three. Rebounded by Jackson. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Bender with it. Wright sets a screen. Just 5 on the clock. It's right on the wing. No good with the triple. And Jaren Jackson picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
The visitors on defense. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Ben Carroll to the right side. Wembanyama outside. Wembanyama! Big man with big range.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time.
Second personal foul.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Team foul.
Right side. Right wing. Inside. Drive to shoot. And Bender throws it down.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
And Fareed has it in the corner. And even 3-on-3 break. Right for 3. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. Wright with it. Now Wright defender. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And really, Fareed is always a danger to score inside thanks to his athleticism. The D has no choice but to foul him in there and hope that he misses.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Lets it go with a 3. Reddish's shot is good. Reddish has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And right, here we go. And here's Bender. He's got 15. Spins. Here's Jackson. No good off the spin.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime.
Your home team.
They lead by 3. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the 3rd quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Brent Coulibaly got a lot of minutes last season, and it's paid off.
Well, Kevin, I think this guy is hungry. I think he's hungry to prove that he can be an elite wing player in the league. His work ethic is top-notch. And this guy, if he goes at it defensively, can be on those all-defensive. Oh! Yes, sir. Reddish getting up there and getting explosive.
Chalmers scanning the floor. No good from outside. Here's Mobo. Pass to Shepard. Clock at 6. Puts up a deep 3. Rebound by Mario Chalmers.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Mobo. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Well, those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
Man showing some terrific range. Chalmers has got his first 3 points of the game.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
And here's Chalmers from the arc. They grabbed their own miss. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
Chalmers outside. And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Into the lineup for your home team, number 23, Tristan.
Now Shepard. Scoreless thus far. Down low. Ellison. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Pass to Reddish. It's good from long range. Reddish has got 6.
Oh, we know Reddish can sink it from the outside. For him, it's about staying confident with that kind of shot.
Here's Mobo. Ripped away. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here's Chalmers. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul. First team.
This is his first free throw of the game.
At the line for 2, Mario Chalmers.
Both good from the line that time.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Chalmers surveying the D. And it's blocked. And they're on the break. Reddish's shot is good. Reddish has got 5 points in the quarter.
And Reddish out there running on the break. That's the best way to reward a teammate for that kind of defensive pressure.
So the wing on the left. Back to Chalmers. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And not the tightest D right there. And he's going to punish you if you give him that much space. That three-point shot is his bread and butter.
Reddish tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And stolen by Chalmers. Pass to Koulibaly. Releases. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot. Again, his teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
And here's Chalmers for 3. Good on the triple. Chalmers has got 6.
There's no way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
.34 seconds left to play here in the third.
You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
17 seconds left here in the third quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Mobo can't hit. Fast break. Here we go. Chalmers' shot is no good. Here's Ellison. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. The third quarter comes to a close. Leading by 5. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Now here's Wright. Pass to Bender. outside for Jackson. Lets it go from deep. Banchero grabs the board.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Pass to Koulibaly. For three. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. And now the fast break. Banchero with the ball. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his third foul so far.
First team foul.
Koulibaly with it. There's the screen. Pass to Bender. Clock at 4. From downtown.
And this is where Banchero needs to keep improving. Good to see him working hard on D. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Second team foul.
That's good from Jackson.
At the line for the away team, Jaren Jackson.
Jackson hits both of them.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Pass to Whitmore. Here's Wembanyama. Right outside. Banchero outside. Takes a three. Kenneth Faried grabs the board. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Over in the corner, Bender. Back to Koulibaly. Makes it off the glass.
Now they're playing working to perfection there if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Puts up a deep three. And it's Wright missing. Right side. And finished off by Wright.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Faried. And Faried throws it down.
Well, whenever Faried starts sprinting towards the hoop like he is there, you are hoping that he will elevate and get the jam.
And a wide open look for Whitmore. And again, unable to change momentum here. Here's Koulibaly. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Bender with it. Picked up by Banchero. Faried goes in. And Faried sends it back. Here's Banchero. Got a piece of it. And he gets it back. Faried outside. Wright sets a screen. Faried with a clean look. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Over to the left wing. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Away team ball.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
There's the pick. Pass to Koulibaly. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Wembanyama outside. Screen by Fareed. Wembanyama, no good. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Three-pointer right. Out to the wing. Back to Fareed. And the dunk by Fareed.
Well, you have got to box out the Manimal on the glass. If not, he'll eat you alive like he did there with the offensive rebound and putback.
And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
BK Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. With our analysts Brent Barry and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson, along with reporter Allie LaForce.
Here we go.
Now right. Pass to Jackson. Here's Bender. Clock at 6. Back to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
I mean, big time finish from Jackson. He is a force out there.
And here's Wright from the arc. It doesn't go for him. And here's Coulibaly. Kicks it out to Jackson. Knocks it down from distance. Jackson's got 5 points.
And you know, his team wants Jackson Jr. to keep taking these threes, knowing it'll help open up this offense even more.
Ben Carroll the screen. And here's Wright from the arc. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound. He got it. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
At the line for your home team.
Checking in for the away team, number 7, Cameron Whitmore.
We played just over a minute here in the first. The ball's knocked loose. Kicks it out to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. From the high post. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Yeah, nice dime from Banchero there, wanting to work it over to his teammates whenever he can.
Now here's Wright. And he drives in.
No debate there. He got hammered.
It's his first trip to the line.
Second team foul.
And the first one at the line is good. So he gets them both.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Wright outside. It's stolen by Wright. And he's all alone. Here's Coulibaly. Pass to Wright. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Fareed. Goes back up. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. There's a screen. Up top, Whitmore. Back to Wright. The 3 is up. And the three-pointer goes. Wright's got 6.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Pass to Bender. Takes a 3. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
3 points.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now here's Wright. Here's Bender. Launches it from deep. Wright with the board.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And that's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's Wright. He's got 6. These are his first free throws of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
That free throw, no good.
For the away team, DeLon Wright taking 2 shots.
And he misses the second one as well, so 0 for 2 that time.
That's a strange trip because typically he's pretty much money from there.
Well, so much can be said about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s versatility, but I'd like to praise his team-first mindset. If the dirty work needs doing, he's got it, as long as it helps his team get the win.
Now here's Banchero. No points so far.
And this is why you must push Banchero out of the paint, or else he'll slam it all over you.
Right outside. Outside Koulibaly. Buries it from 3.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Pass to Farid. For 3. Knocks down the long J.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Here's Farid. Right on the left side. And here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
His defender flying by him after that pump fake.
No hesitation on his move to the rim right there. Pass to Whitmore. Outside for Wembanyama. Now here's Banchero. Back to Wembanyama. Over Jackson. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Up by 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Yeah, showing grit on the glass is a good way to gain an advantage. They controlled the boards in the first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
Wembanyama's shot is good.
And you can run offense through Banchero time and time again. I mean, he is a special talent.
Jackson, the screen. Here's Koulibaly. He buries it from 3. Koulibaly's got 6.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
They set a pick. Pass to Farid. Outside Koulibaly. Here's Bender. Over Banchero. Kicks it out to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. And the dunk by Jackson.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Pass to Wright. And here's Whitmore. Beyond the arc. Wright with the board.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Pass to Farid. 4-3. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Still something Farid is working on from that spot and that range, but there he buries it.
It's deflected. It's Wright on the wing. Jackson outside. Drops in the 3. Jackson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
To the left side wing. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Banchero. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, why well, settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Wembanyama screen. Deflected. Down low. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
You gotta love his unselfishness, and you know his coach does as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Outside Wembanyama. And he can't get that one.
I saw a green light there. He's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
From downtown. And the basket by Bender. Bender's got 9.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Koulibaly. From outside, off the mark. Stolen by Jackson. Jack's up a 3. Right with the board.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
There's 42 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Oh, there's the alley.
Look out below the manimal, uncaged, and no prisoners taken.
Here's Bender. 9 points in the game. Kicks it out to Jackson. Pass to Bender. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. 11 points in the game.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Up 19, and we'll return shortly.
The visiting team, 21.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Here's Chalmers. Pass to Whitmore. There's the 3. Knocks down the triple. Whitmore's got 6.
Zero defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide open 3.
Here's Chalmers with the drive. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Both good from the line that time. Here's Chalmers. Pass to Ellison. Here's Chalmers. Just 5 to shoot. Mobo with the rebound. Second half getting started. About a minute played. Here's Reddish. Into the lane. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Nice job operating off the dribble for Reddish. A nice, consistent part of his game.
From the high post. Pass to Chalmers. That 3's off the mark. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Over to the left wing. Here's Shepard. No made baskets yet. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody. Hits the trifecta.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Here's Chalmers. To the middle. Here's Mobo. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Now, there are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Here's De Silva. Nails it from three. De Silva's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Here's Chalmers. There's the screen. To the inside.
Yes, sir! That's what you tune in for right there. Wow.
Boom! He jams it straight down.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. There's the steal. Cuts off the pass. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. This one for three. Ellison grabs the board. Here's Reddish. Pass to Koulibaly. Fires for three. It's hauled in by Reddish. Here's Ellison. Still no points. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
They set the pick. Going inside. And 1:01 left in the third quarter of the game. And it's Shepard missing.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Here's Chalmers. Oh, the turnaround jumper counted. Chalmers has got 5 points now this quarter.
Reddish, not just a scorer, also good at realizing when to dish.
Pass to Chalmers. 35 seconds left to play in the third quarter. 6 to shoot. Outside Reddish. They get it back. Here's Shepard. Oh, deflected. Here's Chalmers. He's got 5. Mobo with a rebound. Here's Shepard. It'll count. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. Delivering the blowout. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Right outside. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Third personal foul. First team foul.
The first one falls.
At the line for your home team. Come on, right. 2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line. Reddish with it. Now here's Wembanyama. Pass to Fareed. Right outside. Fires the 3. Fareed grabs the board.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Right outside. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Here's Fareed, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
When you have a forward like Kenneth Fareed sprinting down the court on the break, it's absolutely terrifying. A huge presence who runs the floor well.
Pass to Fareed. From behind the arc. Can't hit that one.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
There's the triple. Here's Fareed. Tries again. Right with the ball. Now right defending. Tries again. Koulibaly. And rejected.
And the swat by Fareed was vicious. Stalking his prey.
Outside Reddish. Here's Fareed. Sends it home from three-point land.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Now right. Jackson outside. Here's Fareed. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. There's a screen. Back to right. Tipped. And here's Koulibaly. And so they foul intentionally.
And you know what? We'll give them some credit for battling today, but this one is just about over.
Koulibaly on the wing. Clock at 6. Lets it go from deep. Second chance shot. Here's Jackson. Right outside. Here's Bender.
Great speed by Fareed. They're ultimately playing a big part in how he defends the shot.
And here comes the break. Here's Wembanyama. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
Man, good whistle there.
And he makes a first.
Shooting for the
And with the 8-foot wingspan of Wembanyama, it feels like he releases the ball halfway to the bucket.
How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambled.
A minute 31 left to play in the fourth quarter. Jackson outside. And the dunk by Jackson.
You have to prevent him from getting to the paint, unless you want to see a highlight.
Here's Banchero. And it's Koulibaly with a rebound. Here's Fareed. Missed inside.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Banchero surveys. Right up top. Fires high post. And the shot goes.
Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
Here's Bender. Rips it home off a terrific move.
Plays like that, so easy for him.
Right outside. Outside Reddish. Intercepted. Just let the clock run out.
Hey, it's time to celebrate.
Here's Bender. It's tipped.
Yeah, this is something we might see Banchero work on, improving his ability to knock away shots. PA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. And so the home crowd treated to a win. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciate